When people first see Joni Weeks, it's hard to believe that she's already 65 years old. A toned body, ease of movement, energy and confidence create the feeling that age has simply stopped working on her according to the usual rules. And the most interesting thing is that Joni doesn't try to look younger at any cost. No surgery, no extremes, and no exhausting restrictions. Her youth is the result of a lifestyle that helps her body stay strong, flexible, and alive even decades later. And in this video, we will analyze the habits and principles that help her maintain her health, energy, and youth much longer than most people. Therefore, watch it to the end. It will be very interesting and useful. So, let's get started. One of the main features of Joni Weeks is that she is constantly moving, but it's important to understand the difference here. Many people either do not exercise at all or try to kill themselves with loads thinking that this is the way to youth. Joni acts differently. Her body is not stressed from training. It gets movement as a natural part of life. She loves Pilates, and it is this direction that has become one of the foundations of her physical fitness. And it's not about casual classes a couple of times a month. For her, this is a complete system that helps maintain body control, posture, balance, and deep muscle strength. Most people train only the external muscles, arms, legs, buttocks. But with age, something else is especially important: the condition of the deep muscles of the body. They are the ones that hold the spine, protect the joints, and are responsible for how a person moves in everyday life. When these muscles are weak, the body begins to age much faster. There is a stoop, stiffness, gait worsens, stability is lost. Pilates helps to keep the inner frame of the body strong even in adulthood. Joni pays great attention to the technique of performing exercises. And this is another important point that many underestimate. People often train on the machine faster, more repetitions, stronger load. But the body likes the quality of movement, not chaos. Joni works slowly, consciously, controlling every movement. She monitors breathing, body position, and muscle tension. This approach helps not to destroy the joints and spine, but rather to strengthen them. A very interesting principle that absolutely everyone can adopt. Do not exercise through pain and aggression towards the body. Many people think that a good workout is when you can barely get up the next day. But with age, this approach accelerates the wear and tear of the body. Joni trains in such a way that she feels energized after classes, not completely exhausted. And that's a huge difference. Another secret of her youth is balance and coordination training. Usually, people start thinking about this only after the age of 60 to 70, when problems with sustainability are already emerging. But balance is one of the key signs of a young body. The better coordination works, the more actively the brain interacts with the muscles. It literally keeps the nervous system in working order. That's why Joni uses unstable surfaces, Pilates machines, one-leg exercises, and slow controlled movements. Such workouts not only strengthen the body, but also help the brain stay active longer. This is a very important moment for longevity, which is rarely talked about. She pays special attention to stretching, but not for the sake of spectacular splits or beautiful photos. Flexibility is freedom of movement. The youthfulness of the body is largely determined by how easily a person moves. When muscles become stiff and constricted, the body literally begins to age mechanically. Gait becomes heavier, movement becomes limited, and a feeling of woodenness appears. Joni stretches regularly to maintain joint mobility and muscle elasticity. Moreover, it is important to understand that stretching only works when it is performed calmly, without jerks and violence to the body. One of the best ways to stay flexible after 40 to 50 years is to do a short, gentle stretch every day for at least 10 to 15 minutes. It is especially useful to pay attention to the thoracic region, pelvis, and the back of the legs. It is these areas that lose mobility the fastest. Joni loves to train outdoors, and this also plays a huge role. Modern people spend too much time indoors. The body literally stops receiving normal signals from nature. But sunlight affects hormones, mood, energy levels, and even the quality of sleep. There is an interesting observation. People who regularly go outdoors and walk a lot age more slowly, not only externally, but also internally. The work of the heart, blood vessels, and brain improves. Joni often combines physical activity with walking, traveling, and exercise outside the gym. For her, activity is not a punishment, but a part of life. By the way, traveling also helps to keep you young, and it's not just about emotions. When a person constantly receives new impressions, the brain continues to work actively. New routes, places, people, sensations, all this stimulates the nervous system. Many people start to age not because years pass, but because life becomes the same. The same route, the same actions, the lack of novelty. Joni doesn't let herself get stuck in a routine. Now let's talk about nutrition. Joni doesn't have crazy diets and constant restrictions, and this is a very important point. People often go to extremes, either overeating or tight control and stress around food. But the body ages faster precisely in conditions of constant internal stress. Protein is especially important. With age, muscles lose much faster, and with them goes strength, energy, and even metabolic rate. Many women after 50 eat too little protein and do not notice how the body is getting weaker. Therefore, one of the best tips for longevity is to add a protein source to every meal. It can be fish, eggs, cottage cheese, yogurt, legumes, or high-quality meat. But the most interesting thing about her approach is the lack of fanaticism. She doesn't look like a person who lives in constant inhibitions. And this is very important because youth is not only a condition of the skin or body, it is also an inner feeling of life. People who constantly forbid themselves everything often look tired, even with a perfect diet. The example of Joni Weeks proves one important thing. Age does not always determine how a person looks, moves, and feels every day. Sometimes it is the lifestyle that decides much more than the numbers in the passport. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful.